Okay, Tom Frank from tomfrankart.wordpress.com, but who am I kidding? That's not where you're seeing this. I started a Facebook group, Evil Giant Robots for Miranda, and membership on that has been shooting up, so maybe that's where you're watching this. Sketchbook update, we got 3 sketchbooks going. I got none of them right now, they're all out. As you may remember from our last installment of this vlog that very few people watch, sketchbook number 1 I did mail to Chicago, or actually Oak Park, for a Caldecott winner, Eric Roman, who was giving a presentation at a library. My friend brought the sketchbook up to him and said, yeah, you emailed my friend Tom about this, and couldn't have been nicer, but he didn't want to do a drawing on the spot. He wanted to take it home and really do something nice. I have no problem with this. I'm in no rush to get sketchbook number 1 back. There's only a few pages left, and I really want to draw that out and make each entry into that one special. So Eric Roman still has it. Don't know when it's coming back. Also in Chicago, there was another Caldecott winner. Kevin Henkes is doing a thing at Bookomania at Chicago Public Library. And, he seems like, when you're dealing with artists, the big question you have with this sort of thing when you go up to them at a signing or an event is, are they the type of artist who is comfortable doing a sketch on the spot? Some just aren't, and we'll get to that later. Maybe I will keep sketchbook number 1 with my friend in Chicago, and he'll try and get Kevin Henkes, and if that bombs miserably and he says, no way, no big loss, because I'm in no need to get sketchbook number 1 back. Sketchbook number 2 is in Boston. It's being mailed back to me tomorrow. Big journey for sketchbook number 2. I mailed it to my friend in New Jersey who took it to the New York Comic Con. And I finally got Adi Granov in the sketchbook project. I've wanted him twice. It's been before him in the past. He's run out of time. He got to do it this time. He did a very sort of cyborg-looking robot that is really scary and evil. And not necessarily giant-looking, but I can envision it as being giant if I want to. Brought the sketchbook through my friend to Ramon Perez, who was busy and come back to the table and he never got around to doing it. So that was tricky because there was a ton of artists at New York Comic Con, and while we were trying to get Ramon Perez, my friend did a great job of hustling around. It could have been going to other artists and it didn't happen. So at New York Comic Con we only got Adi Granov. Huge score. Ramon Perez knows about the project. He'll do a whole bunch of conventions. In 2014 we'll get him eventually. I'm pretty confident about that. Sketchbook number 2 was mailed to my friend, to my mom, from my friend to my mom in Massachusetts, who took it to We Art Boston, which was a fundraising event for the Boston Children's Hospital, and that David Macaulay was there, at this big event. There was an art auction, and my mom went up to Joe McKendry, who was running the We Art Boston event, and he introduced her to David Macaulay, who did a sketch, and we were able to donate some money to this good cause. It's very it's almost off theme, but David Macaulay, he did a woolly mammoth. He titled it. He's really into titles of illustrations. It's almost like a allegorical history painting from Revolutionary France or something like that. It was ancient good defeating modern evil, and it was like a mammoth stomping on some sort of robot. Very different. Happy to get it. Caldecott winner. Got 2 of them, up to 10. With Eric Roman. So she's going to mail it back to me, and Kamikaze is coming up. I need sketchbook number 2 for Kamikaze, which is this weekend. This is a big LA geek convention. I really feel this is my hood. I know a ton of people who are going to be there. There's a ton of artists that I want to get who are visiting. I wanted to get Chris Berman in New York Comic Con. Didn't get him. He's going to be there this weekend. So I'm confident that me, sketchbook in hand, can get him. Sketchbook number 3, I mailed to a friend in New York who took it to a signing at Books of Wonder. Jerry Pinkney was there, Caldecott winner, and David Wiesner, who I tried to get at the SCBWI conference. Wanted to see my friend, if she's able to get Jerry Pinkney. If not, try again for Wiesner. Struck out completely. Books of Wonder, no sketching allowed under any circumstances. I've dealt with that. I've had that experience before at that store. I wasn't sure if it was just that day or what the deal was. Books of Wonder is sort of off the hit list for getting sketches for this project, and that's fine. So no Jerry Pinkney, no David Wiesner. My friend mailed it to an artist, Jeremy Tiongson, brilliant Transformers artist, who did an amazing robot. Guy draws robots for a living, did a wonderful concept, and it's great to get him. So sketchbook number 3 came back to me in the mail, and then I gave it to a friend of mine, Coop, very famous fine artist, big robot guy, big kaiju guy, big custom car guy, devils, sexy women. He's just a very renowned artist, and he had sort of an opening. They have the brewery art walk, and he has his studio there, and went into him, and he said, yeah, sure, I'll do it, and I'll give him some toys for it. So I'm hoping to get it back from him before Kamikaze, so I can have sketchbook number 2 and sketchbook number 3 going at the same time. Kamikaze, bunch of people I want to get. I really, got to up the numbers on this. There's certain people, I don't care how long it takes. We got to get, we're at about 245 pages of 538. We got to get some people drawing robots. So after Kamikaze, this upcoming weekend, I'm going to take sketchbook number 2, mail it back to my mom, playing ping pong across the country with sketchbook number 2. She's going to take it to the Children's Illustrators exhibit at the R. Mickelson Gallery in Northampton, Massachusetts. Bunch of children's book illustrators there. She actually kind of knows Mark Brown, creator of Arthur. We'll see if we can get him to do one, and another Caldecott winner, Mordecai Gerstein, is going to be there. I'd love to get him in this. Again, I have no idea what his temperament is for doing sketches, if that's his cup of tea, if it's not, but we'll find out. So after that, it's going to get mailed back to me again. Maybe sketchbook number 1 will be back at that point. I don't know. Sketchbook number 3, for sure, I will take to Creative Talent Network Animation Expo. Big artist convention. The famous art instructor, Marshall Vandruff, who I got a couple years ago at CTN. I look forward to showing him the project, how it's progressed in 2 years. Drew Struzan is going to be there. Famous movie poster artist. Can I get him? No idea. There's a bunch of people. There's a girl who Marshall Vandruff introduced me to, very young, 12 maybe, 13, precocious art student. I'd like to get her. That's another thing that I want in the project. I want famous artists. I want kids to do it who are sort of artistic talents, art teachers, across the board. I need a lot of evil giant robots for this. I'm not going to stop. Then we got the Long Beach Comic-Con coming up later in November. Big month for this project. And there's a bunch of artists there that I want to get at CTN and Long Beach. John Crickfalusi is going to be there, creator of Ren and Stimpy. I'm pretty sure I can get him. He loves to draw, loves to sketch. And, God, J.K. Woodward? I saw his robot. I'm sorry I'm getting his name wrong. He has some really good stuff. Eddie Nunez is there. I want to get him. Bunch of people as I've been studying in this project, coming across different artists that I want to get, that I've become aware of through this. Then maybe towards the beginning of 2014, looking ahead, I might mail sketchbook number 3 after Long Beach to an artist in Minnesota, Michael Jakes. He could do a great one. We've already sort of talked about it. And then sketchbook number 3, 2014, I do want to send it on to Japan for a tour of Japan, maybe for 6 months, see who we can get there. So 2013 winding down, a lot of sketches, a lot more to go. November's going to be a busy month. We're at about 245 now. Maybe we can get halfway. 268 would be half of 530, or 269, I think. will be halfway to being done with this project. That would be a good goal to have by the end of 2013. If I can get more than that, great. Thanks for sticking around.